Hello, it's Susie with the Speckled Loon. How are you? I am just checking to make sure I'm live on YouTube and Facebook. And we're good. Oh, I see. Okay, and I can hear. So I'm going to check Facebook quick and then we're going to get rolling. How's everybody doing tonight? I am trying something new today. I've got uh, software. There, we're on Facebook too. Software that helps us go live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. And it's my first time using it. So if there's any glitches, like the sound is bad, the lighting's weird, the screen is glitchy, just let me know. You can just type in the comment box. And if you are on Facebook, you do need to give this software StreamYard permission to see your comments. And all you need to do is go to that website that I have pinned in. It's at the top two comments there. Just go to that website and then um, follow the prompts, and it will give you permission so I can see who's commenting. Otherwise, I've got one big portal for both places. It'll show me YouTube content comments, and it will show me Facebook comments, but it won't say who's commenting. So if you're on Facebook, you just have to do that one extra little step. But what we're going to do tonight is we are going to go through a couple of things in your kit. And what the kit I am talking about is the Summer DIY Decor Kit quarterly box. It's our first quarterly box, and it went out to all the members after last week. I think the last one I shipped out was Tuesday. She just let me know, her name was Susan, that she got her box today and has started crafting it already, which is great. And today I'm going to focus a little bit of general information on the box, and then I am going to focus in on some how to use the bonus tools that were in this box and some extra things you can do with them. I'm just trying to see who we've got here. If you're just joining us, please leave a comment below. Say hi, where you're tuning in from. I am doing this on YouTube, and I'm doing this in the Facebook Speckled Loon DIY Kit Club. It's a private group, so we won't have a huge audience. We would just have the 30 or so members from the Kit Club, and then whoever happens to wander on YouTube. The reason I go live two places is for people, not everybody's on Facebook. So people that are not on Facebook can go over to YouTube, and they don't have to have a page or anything on YouTube. They can just subscribe to my channel and get notified when I go live. And so for those that choose not to be on Facebook or Instagram, they can just see on YouTube and be ready to go. So it says I've got 3 people watching, so we're going to get going in a minute. But if you can leave your name and say hi in the comment box, I'd love to see some comments just to make sure that this new software that I'm using is working, because tech issues, you know how that goes. And I was going to go live in the groups earlier, but we had been having tech issues here at the house. Our internet had been awful. My Wi-Fi was cutting in and out. It was, and my laser that I used to cut the kits runs on Wi-Fi, and it was not having it, and things were stopping, and it was just a mess. We finally had the people from our provider come out today, and they replaced a couple cables. We got a new modem, and we're finally getting the speed that we're paying for on our internet, which is fantastic and helps me out when I have to go live. Now the quality of the replays and everything will be of better quality. But I'm going to get into a couple of things before I get into the actual using of the tools. But I'd love to see, again, if you are joining. I see there's a couple people here, but nobody's left a comment yet that I can see. Could somebody just type in a hi or a wave? I just want to see if comments are populating. That's all. But I would love to have an interactive experience with you. Let me know what you like, don't like, etc. But today I'm going to be talking about, this is one of the parts of our kit. This DIY Decor Kit sold out, which is exciting. I have one left here, and that is actually going to someone that's going to review my kit for me and how it is, because I want to make sure that it is top notch and I'm delivering you the best possible kit. And so I'm getting some outside feedback from a business coach on the contents of my kit, how it's packed, if it's easy enough for people to follow, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm just getting a little more feedback on it, and that way every kit thereafter is going to get better and better. This one's great, but I want to always be giving you the best possible user experience that you can have. So this kit is interchangeable. So there's 3 different themes to this kit. Right now in here, I have got the lemon lime theme displayed, and everything's got 7 little pieces. It's got this little magnetic insert here. This one is a lemon, and then it's got this little banner down here that hangs, and then we've got a lemon gnome, this lemon lime duo, and this little lemon sign. So 3 little things in the cart. It's got this lemon insert in the brown frame, and that just comes out, and then the other themes pop in. And then the last base piece is our interchangeable garland. It's got this little lobster clasp, and it comes off, and each theme will have a different double-sided garland tag. And all the themes are behind me. The other 2 themes are behind me. This is the sunny decor theme, or beachy decor, and this is the honeybee. So you have your 3 base pieces and everything swaps in and out. And then in future kits, what is really fun is, I'm just going to see if I can see chat here. Okay. Oh, Sandy, I see you. Hi, how are you? Anyway, so the future kits are always going to have a base piece that will hold this little circle and will hold a little banner in front and have a little area where you can tuck in 3 or 4 little items. And then these, like the garland and this sign, that's going to change out to be something different every time. But the idea behind the kit is you are going to be able to have these different bases. There's 4 kits a year, so after a year you'll have 4 different bases, and then you'll have 3 or 4 little different things that you can tuck in and interchange, etc., etc. The fall one is really cute. I've finished up my prototype of the fall kit, and it is ready to be photographed, and I'm going to share a little sneak peek into the fall kit tonight. So if you're here, you're in for a special sneak peek, so that's great, and that's going to be toward the end. But I'm going to move the camera here in just a minute, but I'm going to just give you a couple of tips about your kit in general. I'm just going to set these aside so we can have a little room here for the box. The kit in general, it comes in this nice box, and a couple of advantages of this box is you can use this to store the pieces that you are not displaying. So I would hang on to the box. I put the box in a nice poly envelope mailer to keep it nice and pristine and all in one piece. And if the box gets destroyed, or you don't want to keep this box, or you throw it out by accident, a shoebox would be great too. The idea of this mini decor is you can have everything and then just store your stuff in a shoebox or in, something small. Those clear little plastic totes that are about the size of a shoebox work great. That's what I use to take all my stuff to and from shows in. And that is kind of the idea behind the box itself. So I want to, let's see here, just open this up and kind of show you a couple of things about the box and things that are going to make it easier when you do start crafting. So again, we've got a little playlist here of some summer music that you can play while you're crafting. If you need instruction, you can also play this. This is a QR code for the YouTube video that we have. I have a YouTube video. It's like an hour and a half long, but it's every single project step by step, and you can fast forward, you can mute me, whatever. But if you're a visual learner, that is the best resource. And I try to do lots of tips and tricks in there too. And then everybody got a thank you card. I'm not going to open this one because it is sealed. And in there is the thank you card. And in addition to that, everybody either got a liquid IV or a pair of Propel water additives. They're just what you put in your bottled water to give you some extra hydration. I started out with liquid IV and I ran out, so I got some Propel because I couldn't find these at the store when I went back. So you're going to get one of those two things, and I have no idea who got what because I just literally stuffed the envelopes and packed the kit and went on. But I just want to show you how carefully the kits are packed. They are sealed up with all the projects in here, and I have my sticker seal here. I'm going to do this nice and neat because, again, I'm sending this off to be reviewed. But anyway, trying to be careful. I'll probably just have to reseal it. Come on. There we go. Oh, trying to be careful. Stop it. There we go. Okay. And then in there, you have got your instructions. And so far, nobody has came back to me and said that that theirs has arrived broken or missing pieces or anything like that. But if you do get yours and something's broken or something, just email me and I can get you replacements or, right away. So I would send them out right away. But all your things are packed up by theme, and each item is labeled too. Now this has got the 3 little things for the beachy cart, and the sun, and the flip-flops, and the little drink. And I have them labeled here. And so then you know which they go with. And so you can easily say, okay, today I'm going to work on the base pieces, or I'm going to do the beachy decor. So you get all your paint out for that, lay everything out in your projects. And what I tell people is keep everything packaged until you are ready to craft. And when you're ready to craft, take out the ones and open them up that you are going to craft that day. That way you don't have things all over the place. Things are well contained. If you do open something by mistake and you aren't going to get to it, I'd say just put it back into like a little Ziploc bag or a sandwich bag, and that'll be fine. But I do shrink wrap everything to keep things together because, as you can see, there's lots of little, like that little bee sticker and stuff. There's lots of little pieces, and like our garland tags. There's all the extra beads and the ribbon and everything. And I try to have it in there as nice and neat for you as possible, so you don't have supplies strewn all about, because there's 24 little projects in here, and I want to make sure that you are able to complete them. And I got Brenda's here. Hi, Brenda. Leave a comment if you're here. I would love to see a comment from you guys. I'm using new software and I'm testing it out, so I want to make sure that you can hear me okay, you can see me okay, that type of thing. It's new tech, and there's always issues. Well, with me, there's always issues. So, and I'm not going to take them all out, but just so you know, so when you open your stuff too, your best bet is to just get a little X-Acto knife. You can get one for $1.25, a really cute little craft knife set at the Dollar Tree, and break the seam and take your pieces out. Don't bend things, that type of thing, because a lot of these little pieces are delicate. So you just want to be careful and mindful of that. But hopefully everybody's kit, if you guys are kit members, leave a comment if you've gotten it, if you've started. I would love to hear. But I'm going to pack this little guy back up. And like I said, hang around to the end, because after I show you a couple little techniques with the markers, I am going to give you a sneak peek into the fall box, and you're not going to want to miss it, because I'm really excited. Well, I was excited about this box, and I still am. But the fall one is really cool, and actually the winter box is really cool too. The fall box is going to come out in August, and that is going to basically have it'll be late August, and it's going to have projects for September, October, November, They are fall themed. You can kind of probably guess what's going to be in there. You know, some of the things, there might be a pumpkin. and then um, and then the winter theme comes out. I'll be getting orders and everything lined up for it right after Thanksgiving, and it's going to go right away after my first my craft fair the first weekend in December. You should get it. So, and that one's obviously December, January, February. So think Christmas, winter, Valentine's Day type stuff. That's kind of how they're going to run. But also in some of the times you're going to get intermixed some everyday decor in there too. But if you like to do tiered trays, you like to trade, change them out every season. So it is a little heavy on the seasonal decor, but I'm going to try not to repeat themes. And when I'm, you know, starved for a good seasonal theme, I will throw in some nice general decor in there, some home type stuff or kitchen type stuff or whatever. So, and if you see something you want to see in a kit, you let me know. But I do have all the themes planned out for, of course, we did the summer. The fall one's ready. I'm going to have that photographed and ready to go really soon because I'm gone most of the month of July. And so this way in August, when I get back, I can just make all the kits. And then, the right after Thanksgiving will be the winter kit. So, and then the spring kit will come out very end of February. So it'll be March, April, May for that. So I kind of timed it around my craft fair schedule and also just kind of ran with how the seasons normally run, at least where I live in North Dakota. We have June, July, August to summer. That's pretty much it. And then, of course, September, October, November is head on into fall, almost winter for us here. And then our winter, December, January, February. And sometimes it can go into, April like this year. But that's kind of how they're going to run. But this is the summer kit. And that was a huge success. I was so excited to get so many subscribers. So I'm going to move a couple things here, and we are going to talk about our bonus crafting tool. Our bonus crafting tool was really a fun one. I do enjoy a good crafting tool. I have some very expensive crafting tools like my laser cutter, my electronic die cutter, my heat press. Everything I buy is, borderline like a professional grade thing, especially like my heat press. I wanted a really good one. And laser cutters are very expensive that I used to cut the kits. I have that stuff so you don't have to do it. I make all the fun stuff for you to complete and you don't have to have those expensive tools. But there are some fun tools that don't cost a whole lot that you can really get a lot of crafting mileage out of. They will really up your crafting game. And what I did for the first one was I thought I wanted to have a bonus in there that you could use with every kit that I send out. And kind of now the next couple bonuses that I have for the fall and the winter kit are the same way. They're tools that you are going to be able to use on all the projects and all future ones, or not all the projects, but you'll be able to use it on all future kits. There'll be a use for it and your other craft projects as well. But what you got in this bonus was a black paint marker and a white paint marker and a pair of tweezers. And one of my subscribers says, you didn't talk that up enough. That was really a cool bonus. And she was right. I didn't talk it up enough. I think I just kind of thought everybody knew what it was or whatever. But they're really good for coloring little things. Like if we had a little truck and you needed to do the tires on the truck to color them with the black marker, or shoes on a little gnome or something like that. And the white is really good for adding accents to your project. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I was working on for my craft fair booth today. I'm actually working on Christmas things where I used the white marker to really give them some good accents and life and what would have been a cute enough project, but just kind of bland. Really upped it up, made it look really special, I think. So I'm going to show you those real quick, and then I'm going to show you how we can do it with our summer kit. But today I was making these little gnomes for my Christmas booth, or my booth for, I've got 5 fall and holiday shows, and I sell a lot of Christmas mini things. And these are going to go in little box frames that are going to be decorated up, but I got the gnomes done today. And each one has got, started out, this was just a plain green hat. And this was just a plain little red dress on her. But look at the detail that I did on the hat and the dress with her. And that's just all done with white markers. Same thing with this little guy. He was a plain red hat, and I took a marker and drug it across and made the crisscrossies, kind of the plaid, and then along the side I took that white marker and made the accents. So you can kind of see where you really get some fun stuff, fun little accents. Here is a really cute Santa Claus one, and I did the same thing on his hat where I did accents with the white marker. So I'm going to show you how you can do that on the projects in your summer box. And then we'll be using them too in the fall box too. So, and if you don't have the box yet, you can join our wait list at thespeckedloon.com/waitlist. And then I will have openings for, I think, 4 more people to join us for the summer box, or for the fall box. We sold out the summer, and I think I have the capacity to do 4 more. So when we open up in August, I'll let you know about that. But a couple things about these markers is when you first get them, they'll look, right now this has got a white tip on it, but when you get them, the tip is not going to be the color of the marker. You just have to push down on them, up and down on them a little bit to get the paint flowing. The other fun thing about them is they have 2 tips. They come with this chisel or bullet tip, they call it. But with these tweezers that you get, you pull this out and you flip. Oops, that was nice. You flip it over, and always I have something like this happen. You flip it over and tap it back down, and then you can see, instead of that bullet tip, see if you can see that, you've got a fine tip on there. And I'm going to leave that fine tip on because I like the finer tip for when I am putting on my accents on things. So I'm going to do a few things in this lemon decor set, and we're going to go from there. And if you're catching this on the replay, that's fine. I get more views, more people see my stuff after the fact than while I'm live. But if you are live, don't be shy. Just, let me know in the comments what's going on, and we'll go from there. But for you to watch me do this, I'm going to switch my camera around here real quick. I've got to move a couple things. I'm going to put it on overhead mode so you can see what I'm doing. I just have to move 2 or 3 little things here. I always have a full load on my desk when it's time to share crafting stuff. All right. So what I've got is one of these little things that holds the camera overhead. So you're going to get on a ride here for a second. Move my mouse. Here we go. Woo. Okay. Now you can see what I'm doing. How's that? So I am going to take this little guy, and I am going to take the white marker, and I'm going to show you already. I started on this where I went around on the white with the white marker around here a little bit, around where the ice cubes are. It's hard to see on camera sometimes, but I'll go a little bolder with it so you can kind of see and how you get accents. So I've got the fine tip on here, so you can see instead of that big bullet tip. And I am just going to go, you see where this little crease is for the shoe? I'm going to just go along that. very lightly. And then I'm going to go kind of on the bottom of each lemon here in his little cluster and just do a little line. And it just adds just that little extra something, kind of like that little dot of white that you would put in somebody's eye, you know, if you were doing a painting or something. You don't want to go too overboard with it, but just a little bit on each thing. A little bit at the top of his nose, maybe. Give that a little definition. Maybe the bottom, keep it consistent and do the bottom of each lemon. And that just brought it up to kind of a different level, you know? You can just see the little accents on there. I'll just go here on the other side of this lemon tag, and I'll do a little accent on the leaf and maybe a little bit of one on here. There's already a little bit of an accent because it's got those slots cut in it. But let's just start with the leaf because there's a good contrast there between the white and the green. And I'm just kind of rubbing it along the side. But if I wanted, I could take and go a little wider. And then maybe. And if it's too bright, if you just quickly, while it's wet, rub your finger over it or your sponge or something, then that will, and that just sets that off a little bit more. Again, I don't know how much you can see on camera. Maybe I want to do a little right on that stem. And then maybe I want to do this, where I get a little bit of a wider line on that natural cutout that's there. So it just adds that little extra something to it. I'm going to come, let's see here. I'm going to pick up a couple other projects just to look. Okay. So our bee gnome, that's another one that would look cute with, he's got a little bit of a line for his nose. We could accentuate that. We could do, another thing you can do is a line and a dot and a line. Do a little on each of the hands, and maybe do a little something on the pot like that. Kind of add some stitching per se. Maybe a little bit on his hat and a little bit on his antenna. And it just adds a little something. Likewise, if you wanted to, with the black, you could do the same thing. Now, the one thing with these markers is when you switch it out, before you put the cap on, you do need to switch it back so the cap will close and not smush that fine tip. So you just take your tweezers that came with the kit, flip it around, tap it back down. And here's the black. And same thing. Take it out. Oh, Lord. Now I flipped that one. Now I gotta go look for it. Hold on. I'm having a night. Oh, there it is. There we go. Well, it's crafting comedy tonight, isn't it? So the black one, if you wanted to do a little from the bee, some little stitching. See that? Continue it in a loop. like that. So the black one is one too, that where you can make some accents on it with the black. And the black, like I said, is also great for like if you had little gnome shoes you needed to color or something small that you needed to color black, like these mittens. I would just color it with the other end of the black and not have to worry about paint. I did use the black marker on the antenna as well when I was doing it. But those are just some of the things that you can do with the bonus tools. And I feel like they're super versatile. We're going to try and keep this together here. And the tweezers are also good too if you need to pick up little pieces and have some precise placement. You can use them for that as well. And they're just kind of a handy little extra tool to do. So that is kind of the fun thing to do with these. Now, the other thing that people wonder about, and I sent out to these box subscribers, I did send out a couple of emails with links to tools I normally use that make my life easier. I like this. This is a nice craft knife from Cricut, but like I said, that Dollar Tree one is really good. And I try to tell you guys things that are quality, but they're not going to break the bank. So the other thing that I talk about a lot, bring these up, is this set of 40 markers. They're paint markers from Arteza. And I do really like these because they're perfect for these little pieces. I use them all the time for like when I have to do these little pieces. And I have got virtually every color in the rainbow in here. It comes with a black and a white, but who can't use more black and white? And that's why I included it. But the other thing that I love about this is they've got metallics. They've got everything, and if you put them on thick while they're wet, you can blend them together with for an ombre effect, etc. So they're really kind of a fun little extra thing to have instead of buying tons and tons of little every color of paint. If you just need a really cool electric blue, you've got it in a marker for a small piece. So that's kind of the fun thing that I like and enjoy about these. And I was going to just share too that this little, I have them in one of these little, there's 40 slots in here, then they perfectly hold these, and I'm sure they would hold other types of markers. But I got this on that site called Temu for like, I think it was $2, but it's perfect for not only markers, but your tools as well. And you can kind of have everything all together. So I'm trying very hard to stay more organized in my craft room because I make so much stuff, and I find that this helps. So that's just kind of some tips and tricks to make it easier and just to kind of keep things straight, etc. So I don't want to take up your whole night. I am going to put the camera back up on the main screen here, and we're going to do that sneak peek. And if you have any questions, feel free to type them in the box. I'm just trying to see if I've got anybody in here. Feel free to type them in the box, and I will answer your questions about the kit. If you're curious in getting a kit, the summer kit is sold out, but you can sign up to be on the wait list for our fall box at thespeckledloon.com/waitlist, WAITLIST. So I'm going to move us back. And we'll see if I can get the camera positioned right. Stay. We'll see. Okay, I think we're good. I'm going to get this out of the way. Okay, so I have been talking about the summer kit for a long time because we launched it back in May. It's sold out and it's went out to everybody. And if you've gotten yours, let me know. I'm so excited that it's out in the world and people are crafting with it. And we've been having a lot of fun. So I am going to talk a little bit about the fall box. The fall box is coming in a little bit of a different size. I did get fine black boxes again, and I am eventually going to get themed boxes that are going to have all my branding on it right now. Right now I'm just buying boxes trying to figure out what size works best, which is going to hold the most projects. And I'm adding my branding to it with labels and things. But if you can see, it's not as tall as the summer box, but it is wider both ways. Okay, it's an inch wider this way and it's an inch wider this way, because your base piece for this one of them is bigger and it wasn't fitting in this way. The only way it would fit is diagonally, and I didn't want it to break, so I got different colors. But it's going to be branded up like this one with our logo sticker and all the other things in it. Right now it doesn't have any of that branding on it, but let me just see. I'm going to do this like really quick. That's a sneak peek of everything that's in there, but I am going to talk about one of the base pieces because I'm super excited about it, and I've never had this base piece in a kit before, and I think that you're really going to like it. I have one done, and I'm going to just talk about one part of it so I don't give away all the themes in the kit. But remember, this is a fall kit, and I've got my finished stuff in here. And I'm going to hide it for a second. This is a fall kit, and there are, so everything in it is autumn and fall related, Thanksgiving, that type of thing. And one of the little things I have been trying to figure out how to incorporate into an interchangeable piece is a book stack. And I found a file to do an interchangeable book stack out on Etsy, and I got that file, and I have made some modifications to it so it will be totally interchangeable for you guys. So I'm going to show you what it looks like from the back first. It looks like, it's really hard because it's so bright there. Looks like a little stack of books. See that? That and that. Now the top can be painted plain, but this is an extra thing I show you in the video, is how to add a piece of scrapbook paper to the top. And so this is like the top of your book. So these are your 3 books. If you can see that. So your 3 books stacked on top of each other. This is the front cover of the top book. I have little legs on the bottom, and you'll see why in a minute. And then you're going to get, and I'll show you this one because one of the themes is Thanksgiving in the fall box. Spoiler alert, but I just figured I should do a Thanksgiving because I've never done a Thanksgiving theme before, so I was anxious to do one. And so with each theme, they're going to have their own little front stack of books. So that you can see, this one says "So Very Thankful," and it's got an orange book, a yellow book, and a brown book cover, and that's going to go on here. So, and there's these little holes on the back and these little notches, and they line right up, and this snaps on there. And then to hold it in place, I include this a colored elastic, and then I'm going to show you in the kit how to tie this cute little bow and attach it to the elastic. So it looks like basically a string around the stack of books. And so this, of course, is the Thanksgiving stack of books. And then there's going to be a stack of books for the other 2 themes in there as well. And then this next kit also is going to have a bonus set that you can purchase. So that's going to be part of our referral program. But this is what this looks like at every angle then. We've got your books, your top, your front, and I have the little legs on so it will sit once you have the bow on it. And that is your bonus sneak peek for hanging around and crafting with me tonight. I hope you guys enjoy. If you have gotten your kit and you're catching this on the replay and have any questions about how to do something, I would encourage you to look at the lives that I posted the week of the launch. I did them on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And then the full tutorial, of course, is out on YouTube, and you've got your printed directions. But if still you've got something that is stumping you up, or you're missing something, or something arrived broken, or whatever, or you just don't understand something, just reach out to me. You'll have emails from me. You can email me at admin@thespeckled.com, or through a message via Facebook or Instagram. I do monitor those as well, Monday through Friday. On weekends, I'm not on as much, so I may or may not see it on the weekend, but I would get back to you on Monday if that's the case. So I want to thank you guys for helping me launch this kit, making it a success. It's been a dream of mine for a while, and it's been so fun to interact and find these new crafty customers and these creative, like-minded souls. And it's been fun crafting with you. Again, if you have any questions, reach out. But you have a great evening. Have a great week. And we will talk to you soon. Have a great night.